Next up, this one's really cool. I really like this. It's one of my favourite films, and it is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. For once, not a superhero thing, but you may notice that isn't a steelbook. That's a slipcase. Yes, it is. It's a slipcase steelbook, which I didn't even know existed until I got this for Christmas. But it just looks really nice. The slipcase is sort of this vinyl-y thing. It's really smooth and nice. So it's really nice artwork on the spine. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and on the back as well. It's really nice. And then the steelbook is basically the same. You could have the steelbook without the slipcase, but it sort of adds to it. Again, the steelbook's really glossy. That's the Ferris Bueller's Day Off is embossed. The spine, again, the same as the slipcase, and the back is the same as well. But there's one difference between the slipcase and the steelbook, and as you may notice, the slipcase sort of, let's just put you in there. The slipcase sort of cuts off at the top. The artwork just cuts off, whereas the steelbook, it fills the whole thing up to the top of it. And that's something called, on the top of the slipcase, it actually has the title, which is not something you see very often, but it's pretty cool. That's my one complaint about it, but it's just really, really nice stuff. And taking the disc out, the inside artwork is like a nice sort of montage of the moments from the film, with the sort of three together there, and in the background. It's really, really nice, really, really nice stuff, I think. Ploughing on, The Dark Knight Rises. This steelbook isn't something I'm that impressed with. There's no embossing, it's just a matte image of Batman's broken cowl with the actor's names at the top. The spine's nice. But again, it's kind of dark, and then the back there, it's just rain. I almost wish you could have had Bane walking away or something on the back, but whatever. I have the Ultimate Collector's Edition of the Dark Knight trilogy in that massive box, so that's the only disc I'm going to be watching Dark Knight Rises on when I go to watch it. So this steelbook is okay. It's not one of my favourites, but it's okay. Flickster, remember Flickster? God, see, that's what I wish they would have on the back artwork. Sort of Bane walking away, and on the inside artwork on the other side, I think it's just rain. You can see there. But it's an okay steelbook. It's kind of nice to have. It's just not the most interesting. It's a bit bland, I'd say. There's not a lot going on there. This is a steelbook I've reviewed, and it's another Doctor Who one. Spearhead from Space. You want to hear my full thoughts on on this product, then just go to my review of it, because I do a reaction to the Blu-ray and also just the unboxing of the steelbook after I got it in the mail from Zavi. Really, really nice. Similar to the Amazing Spider-Man steelbook in that it's super glossy. And the only complaint, I wish it sort of had the title in the bottom, because the bottom looked a bit bare. And I always like steelbooks that have titles on. But it's on the spine. Looks pretty nice there, and you got a lovely sort of John Pertwee, and obviously in the front artwork, inside artwork, sorry, you've got the sort of John Pertwee behind the disc there in front of a nebula thing, which is a really nice. I hope they do a steelbook of the TV movie cover, because I would happily double dip on that, even though it's not the best release, just to see that cover in steelbook form, because it is really nice. So yeah, there's a Spearhead from Space one. Now, a rare steelbook, surprisingly. Don't know how I own this. Again, I just bought it when it came out. I didn't think it was rare at all. And this isn't the rarest steelbook ever, but you'd be hard pressed to find it at its original price now. It goes for quite high prices on things like eBay, so it is rare, I'd say. And that is Thor steelbook, the only MCU film I have on steelbook. It's deserving to be rare, to be honest, because it is really cool. You got the image of Thor is glossy when the rest is matte. The Thor logo itself is really, really heavily embossed. It's really nice when you run your finger along it, or your thumb, sorry. It's got that lovely border that I like on steelbooks that we've seen a few times thus far. The spine's nice, just Thor, and the back, really nice artwork of Mjolnir. There. I really like the first. Can't talk. I really like the first Thor film anyway. I know it's I think it's one of the more underrated affairs of the MCU, because not people just sort of write it off as just sort of Avengers setup and not really that interesting, but I think it's pretty cool. Taking the disc site, you got artwork here of the four main characters of the film. You got Thor, Odin, Jane, and Loki there, which is nice. I remember I had a few problems actually getting this at the time. I was still a kid, so my parents... Well, I am a kid now, but I was still young, so my parents sort of sorted it out for me. Every copy we got of this, the Blu-ray just wouldn't work, and this is like the third copy I have. No, I don't have the first two copies now, obviously, but this is like the third one we bought before the Blu-ray actually worked, which is frustrating. But you know, I got it now. It's a working Blu-ray. It's a nice Steelbook, and it's kind of rare, so I'm really happy that I that I own that. Only a few more left, but I'm sure you're already bored. And this is right now. This is something that this is when you guys might go, "Oh, why do you own that as a Steelbook? That really?" Well, Steelbooks these days from HMV are literally a couple of quid more than the standard release, like £5 more. And you know, I can justify it, and I want to collect the rest of the DCEU in Steelbook form, to be honest, because it looks kind of nice. And again, it's not the nicest, but what the hell. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. You'd think this would be really nice, and it is kind of, but it's sort of, again, it's got that Dark Knight Rises thing where it's a bit bland. There's nothing really done with it. It's just sort of the poster images pasted onto a matte Steelbook, and away we go. And it's just got that ugly 3D thing at the bottom. But the sort of selling point of this was that it's double-sided. And I'm like, how can it be double-sided? Do you have to like take it apart to like reverse the thing? No, it's not. It's just the back artwork is the same thing, but with Superman instead of Batman. Really? You were that lazy? But the frustrating thing is, if you want the Superman side on display, you're gonna have to display it with the spine upside down. So the only way you can display it is with the Batman one. And if you see it's upside down, it's frustrating. It really is. Batman v Superman, it's nice. Batman v Superman is a flawed film. Very. I would say it's sort of style over substance. Come on, open your. There we go. I would say it's sort of style over substance because it sort of takes iconography from stuff like Dark Knight Returns and Death of Superman, stuff like that, and just uses it without any of the context. The Ultimate Edition is better, however I still don't think it's like great. The inside art was nice. With the Ultimate Edition I can see why people would sort of like it, but yeah, the theatrical cut isn't great. I don't mind it. It's not as offensive as some people take it, but it's okay. It's like I said, a flawed product, definitely, but not one I'd be like in a massive, not one I'd be massively offended by. I can't talk today. Another one that is a very, very flawed product, Suicide Squad. Nice Steelbook. They've actually sort of done something with this in that it's kind of glossy, it's sort of shiny. The explosion is, and when the rest is sort of just matte. So I prefer it to the Batman v Superman Steelbook, and I prefer the film of this than Batman v Superman, to be honest. I don't hate either. Again, it's weird. The Batman v Superman extended cut adds a lot and improves the film significantly. This doesn't do much. This just sort of adds a lot of them talking. And I couldn't see this in the cinema because I was too young at the time. I was only 14, and for some reason it was a 15. There's no reason for it to be a 15 at all. I couldn't see it at the time, so the only version I have seen is the extended cut. And it's not. I know the scenes they've added. It really does not add much at all. If you've just got the theatrical version, you're not missing out on much at all. The spine's nice. It's nice and sort of appropriately colourful and weird. It's really cool there. And then the back, Baurev, Till Death Do Us Part. That's a nice back artwork, actually. I really like it. And the film, it's entertaining enough. Like, I can stick it on and have it just be a mindless action film. I hate everything that is search for the worst on it. I'm not disputing his opinion. I mean, it is his opinion at the end of the day. I really enjoyed that video. It was very entertaining. But I don't think it's one of the worst films of all time. Certainly not up there. Anyway, it's just a mindless action film, really. Nice inside artwork. Harley is the best thing about it, even though despite the over-sexualization, which I don't like. I'm sort of a Harley... this can sound really weird. I'm sort of a Harley buff. I'm a big fan of Harley Quinn, and it pains me when she's not done right. But Margot Robbie's good. She's a good Harley Quinn. It's just the costume that bugs me, really. It's just annoying. I see it everywhere now. It's everywhere for Halloween and stuff. It's just frustrating. Jared Leto's okay as the Joker. It's not... I don't like when he's like growling and like the scene where he's about to dump Harleen in the acid and he's just going, say it, pretty, please. It's like, it's just like, what are you doing, mate? Yeah, I can stick Suicide Squad on and just be entertained for 2 hours, I guess. But certainly not one of the best films ever. X-Men Apocalypse. As you know, I'll do the X-Men series in chronological order because I like XMen Steelbooks a lot. They are nice. So, this one, oh god, this is an early Steelbook. Telltale signs of an early Steelbook. X-Men First Class. Logos at the bottom. Printed back. No inside artwork. Oh man, real early Steelbook here. But you know what, it's kind of... You'd never see it nowadays, so it's kind of nice just looking back on what was. It's not like this is one of the first Steelbooks known to man, or anything. Steelbook had been around since like 2003, but this is one of the ones where it was just sort of rising to popularity, and they didn't really know what made a good Steelbook. So there's no inside artwork or anything. It's just the discs, and it's a bit bad, but you know, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It's still a nice thing to have. I'm not really sure there's another First Class Steelbook. If there probably is, actually, I haven't seen it. So this will do for now. It's kind of nice, and I really like First Class. It's one of my favourite X-Men movies, I think. I put it top 5 easily. I really, really like First Class. And then gorgeous Steelbook, the Wolverine. Oh, I really like what they've done with this. The claws are like silvery and glossy. Everything else is matte. And you know, normally I'd have a problem with that. But the colour of the Steelbook, the grey, oh, it's just fallen over. The grey and everything. And the spine, it looks amazing on the shelf because it's just big, bold. The Wolverine, the back arc works really nice. The grey just makes it look so classy. Yeah, gorgeous Steelbook. And then the inside artwork. God, I seem to remember this has a lot of discs. Oh, there's a Future Past leaflet there. Oh, it only has 3. But you've got the 3D Wolverine. You've got the extended cut. That's the only way to watch the Wolverine, is the extended cut. Because it's just like, it's the film they obviously wanted to make but didn't have confidence to release an R-rated film into cinemas. Because it's very bloody and violent. But that's the only way to watch the Wolverine. I really like the Wolverine. It seems to be a sort of controversial film. And I think it's great. The last 10 minutes or so are a bit crap because it's just sort of a massive CGI fest, very generic, but the rest of it I think is really cool and just really nice steel. And we're on the final one after a long video. I'm sorry, I didn't think it would be this long, and it's one I've shown off before. X-Men Apocalypse, a film that got very mixed reviews. I didn't mind it, it was okay. It's very generic, it's sort of the boring superhero punch-out fest, but I enjoy it. There were some nice character moments. The Quicksilver scene was awesome. Yeah, it's nice. And this is a nice Steelbook, actually. It's really glossy, the back's really nice. The 4 horsemen below, the spine's good. And in the back you got En Sabina and all the Egyptian writing. And the inside artwork's like almost what makes this, I feel. Come on. Check the digital code out. It's sort of Egyptian hieroglyphics, and it's really cool and nice, and it makes me happy. So just slot that back in there. So that's it. That's my Steelbook collection. I forgot to mention a few of them are scratched, just from sort of shelf life really. The Wolverine's a bit beat up actually, I don't know if you can see. That happened when I was transporting these upstairs to actually do this video. I kind of dropped it a bit and it got scratched, which is sort of a killer, but it's not that bad, it's not like it's damaged. But I hope you enjoyed looking through my Steelbook collection. As I said, I'm going to start collecting a lot more now, because I just love Steelbooks. They're just really nice and really cool premium way of displaying movies that doesn't cost you like a fortune to get or anything. They're a nice affordable premium way of getting movies. So yes, if you did enjoy it, please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.